Hello, my name is Mr. Spin, and what I've got for you today is a tutorial of my new minigame called Sticky Ships. What the game is it's a game based on, it's kind of like a parkour game, but it's based on the honey block mechanic of entities sticking to it. So I saw this on Reddit a while back of someone using command blocks to put boats up against honey blocks and then having to jump across them, but I don't like command blocks, I like redstone. So I decided to come up with a game for myself. And as you can see, the game is to jump across and try to not fall like I just did, but try to make it to the other side. It's actually got a bit of difficulty to it, but if you're good, you can make it all the way across. And it's a lot of fun. I set it up on a server, and people had a great time with it. So over here, I've got a single module. It's got the honey wall, the collection system, the dropper elevator, and then the dispenser at the top with the water stream. And yeah. What I'm going to do is show you a block-by-block tutorial of how to do this, so stick around. So, in terms of a materials list, what you'll need is 30 honey blocks for the honey wall, 11 hoppers for the boat collection system, 10 droppers and a dispenser for the dropper elevator. You'll also need 14 redstone torches for that. You'll need 11 repeaters, that's for the clock and also to activate the dropper elevator. The spruce planks here are for decorative blocks. You'll mostly need them just for visible blocks that you can see inside the minigame. You'll need 12 solid blocks for the redstone, 10 fence gates here of any kind for just keeping the water in. For the boat collection system, you'll also need sand and cacti for the breaking of the boats, as well as a quartz slab so that nobody hurts themselves on the cacti. And for an activator for the timer, I'm using an observer and a sticky piston, and the redstone dust is for the clock. So let's get going with the block-by-block tutorial. So for starters, you're going to build a 3x10 wall, so 3 wide and 10 high. Just give me 1 second here, I'll get this built up. Alright, so next you will dig a small hole in the ground here, just 2 wide by 3, and then a small trench here that's 5 long. So that's 5 long in the ground there. Next, you're going to place some hoppers in there. That's for your boat collection system. So all these hoppers are going to be facing that way, going into the dropper elevator that we're going to place over there. And then you'll place 6 here on top, going into the middle. And next, we're going to get our cactus and sand out, as well as the, let's get the slab out too. So, I recommend just building it all the way across here in terms of sand, because what's going to be happening is you're going to have another module right here, and because cactus can't grow side by side, and we don't want cactus to be spaced out like this, because then boats will be able to get through here. So we want cactus to actually be spaced out like that, and it'll be on the other side too, like that. But yeah, that's going to be for the other modules. You're going to need to do 2 and then 1 and then 2. But yeah, then we're going to put some quartz slabs over top of those. Any kind of slabs will work, but you know, just I like quartz, it looks nice. Okay, so next part of the boat collection system is just to put some fence gates in here. Make sure they're open. The boat will not land otherwise. And then just place some water buckets back here. Now that boat will land and just go right into that cactus and break and end up in these hoppers. So now what we're going to do is just put a little floor in here. This is just for people to run out on after they've fallen and lost the game. And then back here, where that hopper is pointing into, we're going to put some droppers. This is where the dropper elevator goes. So this is going to be 10 high, so 1. And then we're going to be just place a single dispenser facing out this way. So now we're just going to dig a small little hole back in here just to put some more redstone. Okay. So the size of this hole doesn't really matter. This will be different once you put your other modules in. But for now, we're just going to place a repeater going into that, a solid block here, and a repeater on 4 ticks, and a repeater on 4 ticks. Now this is going to be going to the next module, and this is going to be the start of the line here. So we're going to place just a little piece of redstone dust here, and we're just going to build a quick little clock just so this actually functions for now. Okay, so remember, none of that clock right there is actually part of the single module. It'll be part of the full module, which I'll show you at the end of the video. So now we're going to build our redstone torch elevator that will power the dropper elevator. So we're going to start with a redstone torch right there, and then we're going to alternate blocks going back and forth as they go up. So I'll just place those down now. And you're just going to go up to the top of this this elevator right here, and then you're going to go ahead and place redstone torches on the blocks that are behind the dropper elevator right here. And then also you're going to place blocks on the inside walls of this zigzag here. So again, that's just a basic dropper elevator. You can skip that part of the video if you need to, but you already watched it, so you can't. So we're almost done now. Just need to build the place where we dispense the boats onto. So let's start with a platform. The platform is just going to be one full block below the dispenser. So we're just going to build a small platform here. It's going to be 3 wide and 2 short of reaching the honey wall. So it's going to be basically 3 wide and 3 long if you only count the blocks that are in front of that, which you only need 2. So that works. Okay, so now we're going to build our little cage for the water so that the water doesn't get out, but the boats do get out. So we're going to put a little 2 high wall around the whole thing. Don't need that one. Make sure you open the ones in the front so the boat can get out. And then we're going to put this down here, like that. You can keep the ones on the outside closed, and the ones in the front have to be open. Now for the water placement, this is kind of specific. So you want to place water there and there. So you got water on the right in front of the dropper and the dispenser. And then you're going to place 2 temporary blocks here and here, and then get rid of them. That'll just make it so the water is nice and high and flowing nice and fast to get the boat stuck right on the honey. And now, yeah, this is it. This is your whole module. You're going to want to repeat this 3, 4, 5 times, however big you want to make the game. And yeah, let me show you the back of a completed version here. So the clock is a pretty basic repeater clock, and it just goes around in circles like that. And the main thing is that we've got a controllable amount of delay in between each time one of these boats gets dispensed. I've got it set to be 8 ticks. You can change that if you want. It all depends on the difficulty or even sometimes the server lag as well. I also just want to quickly show you this activator I have for the clock down here. So it's a sticky piston with a block that completes the circuit of the clock, and then an observer actually senses the sticky piston and sends a pulse into the clock. So I'll show you here. This is the lever right here. That's turning it off, so now the circuit can't complete. It's off, and if I turn it on, you'll see there's a pulse, and the circuit is complete, and now it's going to come back around, and we've got a clock. And you can see here that this is how it works. Every time it goes into the dropper, and creates a pulse. But yeah, that's the whole module. I hope you like it. It's my first YouTube video, so thanks for watching. And yeah, see you next time.